Hey, hi. Myself, I'm Murali. Okay, I have around 8 years of experience in software industry. So currently, I'm working in Cisco. So I have around out of my 8 years experience, I have around more than 3.5 to 4 years of experience in Selenium with Java. And then currently, I joined in Cisco over there before 5 months. Now I'm working with Selenium with Ruby and Cucumber over there. So I'm updating my skills over there with Ruby and then Cucumber also. So I have till now I have trained more than 1,000 plus students on both manual testing and then API testing, and then after that core Java and then Selenium. So all these things I have covered both on direct session and then also on my online sessions also. And also I have taken classes for learnsocial.com and then javaadvancedcoder.com, and then after that some direct institutes I have taken, and then I'm taking it for personally also. I'm taking it over there. So these are things I just take it over there from my side. So from my side over here, how my sessions will go over there means, okay, so each and every sessions from my side, I'll be taking it from the very baby step level. A person a person who doesn't know anything about programming, okay, in that way only I used to start. That is actually, I will not be starting from a phase actually very technically and all those things. So I'll be starting in a phase, a person who doesn't know anything about programming, from that phase only I start. Because actually some of them will be coming from the electronics background or something, and then you might be there in manual testing only for a long time. You would have not have any, you would have forgot your programming skills also. So that's why I start from the very basic. And then also from my side, when I'm going to explain you some concepts over there, at the beginning stage I'll be mainly focused on what happens at the back end. That means when you're going to write your program, okay, when the program is going to execute it, so what's going to happen at the back end? It's going to create a memory location, and then based on that only it's going to do execution. So the back-end execution is very important, because if you know the process of what's happening during the execution, learning any programming language is easy, because the concept of each and every programming language is same. The only syntax and then little bit changes alone will be there for programming. There are two types of programming. If you see, one is programming language, another one is scripting language. Okay, the programming language, what it means, it will have both compiler plus interpreter level of execution. The scripting language will have only interpreter level of execution. For example, Java is a compiler plus interpreter language execution. Ruby is a scripting level execution alone. Okay, so what the scripting level execution means, it's an interpreter level. That is actually what will happen. So during when I start to execute my program, at that time only it will check for the each and every line, it start to execute and then checks for the error. But Java level, first it compiles and then gives any syntactic error is present, then only the execution will start over there. Performance level, Java is always smarter and faster. Ruby level, coding level, syntax is very much easier to understand, but performance level, that is little bit weak compared to the Java over there. But syntactically it's very much easier, because all are all straightforward steps over there. Okay, that's why they, most some of them prefer Ruby and most of them prefers Java over here. So how I start the session is, first I start the session with Java, because once you start with Java, learning the automation tools are easier for you. Okay, so I start with Java for you. Okay, so I'll start with actually what is a variable data type, what is a global and local variable, and then after that functions, methods, inheritance. That is actually all the oops concepts I'll be covering over there. So what all things are required for your automation, everything I'll be covering it for you over there. Okay, inheritance concept, and then interface, and then collections. Then after that I'll go with arrays, then exception handling, then package access modifier, how to encode and decode a password. That is actually, you don't want to show your password to the person who is seeing your program, so how to encode and decode the password, how to read and write it from a file. All these things I'll be covering over there for you. So once I cover all these things, then only I'll be going with the Selenium. Okay, so first I cover Java, then only I'll go with Selenium over there. So in Selenium there are totally three versions. One is Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, another one is Selenium WebDriver. Okay, these are the three things we have over there in Selenium. So IDE and then RC are a little bit outdated, but still no IDE some of them uses in the company. So IDE is what means, okay, integrated development environment. Okay, so what this will do means it's just a small tool which will help you to record and play back. Okay, which will help you to record and play back. That's what the Selenium IDE tool will do. Okay, here if you see, first I help you in understanding what is an automation. Okay, so why we need to go for automation? We have manual testing and then we have automation testing. So what is a manual testing? Why we need to go for manual testing, and then why we need to go for automation testing over there? And what are the test cases that need to be automated, and what are the test cases that should not be automated? Okay, all these things we'll be saying, and then how to write a test case in an automation tool. Okay, how to write a test case, and then how to write a test suite, and then how to run a test suite, and what is a verification and assertion. That is actually what you need to test over there in the automation tool. Okay, and then how you confirm that actually it's perfectly working or not. Okay, that is what verification and assertion, and then default timeout. Okay, like that. Okay, these things you don't need to worry. Actually, what default timeout means, I'm trying to execute one scenario, but for example I'm trying to identify one link. Okay, I'm going to click on a link. At that time it's going to load the page. Okay, usually the page to load, it will take 2 to 3 seconds for me to execute it. Okay, so but Selenium, that automation tool, what means, it will execute each and every statement 0.5 millisecond. Okay, every 0.5 millisecond it will try to execute the next step over there. So when my page is going to load within 3 seconds or 4 seconds, what will happen? When it tries to identify some information in the page, it's going to throw me an error. Instead of that one, I need to give a timeout information, that is wait for some time. Okay, you need to wait for some time over there. Then after that, when the page is loaded, then you check whether the element is present or not, whether the link is present or not, whether the text box is present, whether the checkbox is present. Then you check it. Okay, like that we will be doing it. Okay, that is what the timeout. Like that we'll be working on this, understanding the automation tool IDE. Then after that, I'll be telling you about XPath and then Firebug, Firepath, Firefighter. These are the small tools that are available over there for helping our automation. Okay, so what is the information over here means? So this Firepath, Firefinder, XPath, what it will do means, okay, so there is a web page. Okay, this is my web page. In my web page, I'll be having, for example, just a second. Okay, for example, this is my web page. In this web page, I need to check whether this text box is present, this image is present. Okay, like that I need to check. So for those things, what we need to means, okay, all these things are called as element. It's called as web element. Okay, any information that comes on a web browser is called as a web element. Our Selenium supports only web-based testing alone. Okay, there are different types of application. What are the thing? One is web-based application. Another one is actually window-based application, desktop-based application, and then we also have client-server application. What is client-server application? You see Skype, those things are, and Gmail chat. Okay, those things are called as client-server application. Okay, so in that, Selenium support web-based application alone, because right now what are the applications are developed? 90% of the application are web-based only. Okay, so our Selenium supports that one. For example, how to automate on these applications, that is what we will be learning with Selenium ID, with that these tools. So what these tools do means, actually it will help me to identify the HTML code of the element, and then it will help me to identify the for example, my small things over there. Each and every element, what is the property information? Each and every element will have its own XPath. Okay, will have its own ID, class name, and all those things. Okay, with that, how to identify those information, that is what we'll be learning here. Okay, so next. So once I finish all those things, okay, so then I'll be going to the web RC, Selenium RC. Selenium RC right now no one is using in the industry. So we'll be seeing only how to write a test case in a Selenium RC, and then what is the architecture of the Selenium RC. Selenium RC is called a Selenium remote control. Okay, so that is the second version which came in Selenium, but that is a outdated one. Right now no one is using that one. You will not be asked in the interview also how to use a Selenium RC. Okay, so you will not be learning anything on that one. So we'll be jumping to the WebDriver. Okay, so in Selenium WebDriver, if I see, I'll be telling you how to automate different kinds of web elements. Okay, so how to automate the text box, checkbox, button. Okay, so for example, how to automate the text box, checkbox, and then button, and then how to click on a link. Like that we have different kinds of element. Drop down will be there. Okay, like that we have different kinds of elements over there in the WebDriver. How to automate all these browser, okay, all these WebDriver information. So that is what I'll be telling to you. Okay, then after coming to that, I'll be also telling you how to work with different browsers. Okay, different browsers means we have Chrome, Firefox, and then Internet Explorer. Like that we have different browsers. How to automate all these browsers, and then how to handle the certificate error. If I'm going to execute information, there are some certificate errors are there. Okay, how to handle those certificate errors we'll be seeing over here. Then password encryption and decryption over there. Okay, so how to encode and decode a password. Then how to handle the window based application, because I told Selenium supports only web based applications alone, but how to automate window based applications. So that one I'll be telling it over here for you with help of the auto IT tool. Then page factory. Okay, there is a concept here called page factory, so which will helpful for you when you're automating. When I'm going to explain you about this Selenium IDE, Selenium, when we come over there, so each and every element will have the property information that need to be mentioned. So in future level references, okay, when I'm going to change my code or something, I need to change in all over the places. How to avoid that one? With that help of the page factory, that we will be avoiding that. How to make it simpler? That is what the page factory concept. Then grid concept. What is the grid concept? Means parallel level execution. For example, I have my test case. That test case need to run in my Firefox browser, and then Internet Explorer, and then my Chrome browser. All these three browsers, it should be started parallelly. Okay, how to do that one? So that is what we will be doing over there in the grid concept. Okay, then once we finish all these things, I'll be going with the framework. So what is a framework? Means nothing, it's just a folder structure, and then the file structure, and what is the naming convention need to be given for each and every file or a variable or a method. Okay, so we will be learning that concept over here. Right now in Selenium we have two concepts. One is JUnit and then one is TestNG. Okay, so one is JUnit, another one is TestNG. So how to automate the framework? We'll be seeing both the JUnit and TestNG framework. Okay, in that we'll be covering both the types. One is data driven framework, another one is the hybrid driven. Hybrid driven is a combination of the data driven framework plus keyword driven framework. I'll be covering both the things over here. Okay, along with a real-time application. Most of them just help you on to understand what is a framework, but when you're going for an interview or something, you will be asked how you automated in your application. So that concept is what I'll be teaching to you. So I'll be taking this application at the time. Okay, I'll be taking this application at the time. With this application only, I'm going to show you how to automate an application. Okay, because if I tell you explain the framework with the help of an application, for you also is helpful for you to understand how the framework really works. And then also in the interview level also you can say that actually you have 2.5 years experience in automation. Okay, then after that you automated your application. How to? The same thing is not you need to show this application. You can show your application. The concepts alone you can helpful. It will be what other things I'm telling you will be helpful for you to understand there. Okay, so how to automate on this application? That is what I'll be helping you on the framework concept here. Okay, so this is what I'll be covering over there in the entire session over there. Okay, so these are the session topics that I will be covering. And one more advantage what I will be helpful for you means Okay, each and every day session, whatever the things I'm going to cover for you, okay, that code files, okay, everything will be sent to you. Okay, what are the things? Okay, each and every topic will have 2 to 3 examples for you, so that I will be sending to you. Then after that, okay, I'll be explaining you each and every topics in based on some flow charts. Okay, I'll be drawing the flow charts and then I'll be explaining to you. So see here, when I'm going to explain you something, I'll be explaining you very much clearly, so that actually what is the usage of using that one. Okay, so how the memory locations are allocated. There will be static pool and then different concepts will be there. So how those memory locations are useful for you. So like that, I'll be talking to you about memory like this. So all this memory, and then how the memories are being deleted, and when it is being deleted, how it is being deleted. All these things I'll be covering for you in each and every program level. So you will have a clear understanding on each and everything for you. Okay, so everything I'll be explaining you with the programmatical level, okay, in the memory location space over there. So you will be finding it very much easier for you to understand it. That's the main concept of using it over there. Okay, so each and everything I'll be explaining you based on memory location level. Okay, then after that, okay, also I'll be sending you the video informations also to you, because each and every day I'll be just explaining you the session. So along with that, I'll be helping you how the session works also. So I'll be creating a playlist for you. Okay, with that playlist, I'll be helping you to understand how the session works, and then I'll be forwarding you each and every day clip for you. Okay, so I'll be forming a playlist for you. So with this playlist, you can go and then you can further see the information. Okay, so if you want to go, for example, I'll be also sending you the details like this. Okay, I'll be sending you this document also. So what that will be covered means, what is the topic covered, okay, what is the video name, and what is the topic covered for that day, and then the YouTube URL for you. So each and every session, what topics we covered. In case if you want to go and further check with some topics, so you can go with these topics and then you can get all the informations over there. Okay, that's what it will be done. Clear? Okay, any doubts you have, anyone? Each and every day videos also will be shared to you.
Actually, I want to ask one thing.
Yes, Shravati.
Yeah, because it's not a video class.
Sorry?
I mean, it's not a video class, means whatever was saying, it's not visible for me.
The thing is, actually, today, right now, each and every day session, what I'm going to cover, it will be a 1 hour session over there every day. Na? So what are the topics I'm covering? So right now, the topics which I'm covering right now. So these things, what we are speaking over there right now, I'll be recording the session.
Okay.
Then that session, I'll be uploading it into the YouTube.
Okay.
Then the YouTube URL, I'll be sending to you each and every day like this. So I'll be sending you the session details. So today the topics covered is this interface and arrays. Okay. And then after that, I'll be sending the YouTube URL to you, and then the code files. Okay, the code files. You also the Google spreadsheet information. So the Google spreadsheet will consist of all these things.
Okay.
So in case if you're missing out any one day class or something also, so you will not have any problem that actually what the next day when you're coming, you can go to the YouTube URL, then you can check on what the session yesterday has been taken. So you're not missed out on any classes, and then you don't want to be thinking that actually today's session you will be understanding or not.
Yeah.
So in future level also, when you're going for interview, so if you want to go through any topic, you can go through these videos.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Yeah, that will be helpful. That's the main concept of going with this.
Okay.
So any doubts, Shravanti, Raja, any doubts you have?
Nothing there. Because Java comes.
Sure. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start the session. Today is just an intro that how I will be taking and what are the sessions I will be covering over there, session topics. Okay. What is about today over there. So tomorrow we'll start with the session, everything. Okay.
I'm fine with that. starting from 7:30.
7:30 for you, okay? Okay, then okay, right. So, just a second.
Check with others too, and then
Yeah,
go.
just a second.